Hello. Hello. Yes, am I audible? Can you all hear my voice? Anybody just unmute and confirm?
Eh, Yes, Arun.
Yes. Hope your other classmates also join soon. I've sent the messages still they are late. Yes, before starting, one announcement. Yesterday evening, I sent one message with regard to this Jagannath Vidya Divana scheme. Yes, so I hope you must have received the first installment of this scheme, Jagannath Vidya Divan. And in this regard, uh, yesterday evening, our principal sir had sent a message that you, along with your mother, must visit your Gram Sachivalayam or Ward Sachivalayam and must update your biometric biometrics over there. You must enter your biometrics. Sorry. So then only your second installment of this scheme, Jagannath Vidya Devana, will be issued, or else you won't get. And this biometric updation of the student and mother has to be done within before 8th of this month. Yes. So in this regard, I sent one message, and even just now also I forwarded another message, press note message that is given from the social that is department. So all of you who are availing this scheme benefit, uh, see that along with your mother you visit to your Grama Sachivalayam or Ward Sachivalayam and feed your biometrics. Both of you, and your mother, both of you have to enroll your biometrics. Then only the second installment will be issued. Yes, I hope it is clear. So this has to be done with by 8th of this. Keep this thing in. Okay, and yeah, let us start this class. We faced last Saturday some power problem was there. Even my laptop also power, and we could not continue on Saturday. Sometimes it will happen. Anyway, we'll continue in today's class. Let me share the slide. Yes, can you all see the slide? Just one of you confirm. Next slide can be confirm. Yes, one of you just confirm me. Next slide కనిపిస్తుందా లేదా?
No, sir.
స్లైడ్ కనపడలేదమ్మా?
Contestants.
బికాజ్ ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తా ఉంది. ఎనీవే One thing, once again, I'm telling, sit in a place where you are having a good signal strength. Yes, sit near window or a little bit open space so that you will receive your mobile signal. Good mobile signal is there. Then so that there is no corruption or breakdown of audio or video. Yes, you just can see that and place where there is signal is good. If anybody is not able to see the slide or you are not able to hear, just chat me, send the chat message, or you can just unmute yourself and so that I can check the settings. Yes. So let us start this class. This is the last topic in inspiration chapter. So last class we were discussing this, and today we will be continuing. So the factors that are affecting the respiration. So as you know, there are external factors and internal factors are there. So these factors affecting respiration, the environmental factors, they affecting the rate of respiration. So this environmental factor means you can say that these are external factors surrounding the plant, which will be affecting the rate of respiration. Okay. So under these 8 environmental factors, we have first one is the oxygen content in the atmosphere. Yes, the amount of oxygen that is available in the atmosphere that affects the respiration rate, even the temperature, effect of temperature. The temperature that's surrounding the plant, high temperature, low temperature. So there has to be some optimum range of temperature, then the rate of respiration will affect. Third factor is the effect of light. So even light plays a indirect role in the rate of photosynthesis. Not rate of photosynthesis in the respiration. Directly it affects. Yeah, that we will see how it is indirectly affecting the rate. Then effect of water contents. Yes, the how much water is present inside the cell during the uh, this process of respiration. That also. Then the effect of respirable material. So, what sort of material is the substrate that is involved in the respiration? That also affects the respiration rate. Could be carbohydrate, protein. Depending on that respirable material, which is the substrate, the rate of respiration is affected. Another one is the effect of carbon dioxide concentration. Yes, even the CO2 concentration outside that also affects the rate of respiration. Then the protoplasmic condition, which is the internal factor where the amount of protoplasm present inside the plant cell. Yes, that could respiration. Then there are other factors also which can affect respiration. Like there are some chemicals that can enhance the rate of respiration, and there are some chemical category of chemicals which retard or which stops the respiration. So these are few factors, 8 factors that are environmental factors that affect the respiration process. So generally, if you see what is respiration, basically it is nothing but the breakdown of food material to release energy. ATP is called respiration. So this is the basic definition of respiration. Yes, the breakdown of food material. Yes, whatever food that is present inside the plant cell, which is produced during photosynthesis, that food has to be broken down. So in and with along with the release of oxygen. What is the energy here? It is the ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And the main food used by cells for respiration is what is glucose. Yes, this is the main food. This is the food that is being produced or manufactured during photosynthesis. So if oxygen is present, then the animals, plants, cells can carry out aerobic respiration. As you know, there are two types of respiration, one occurring in presence of oxygen, other occurring in absence of oxygen. The whatever living organisms that are carrying out this process of respiration in presence of oxygen as aerobic respiration. Yes, and the other one is anaerobic respiration, which occurs in most of the prokaryotes where they are present during the absence of oxygen. Yes, then respiration consists of a series of reactions that occur primarily within the mitochondria of plant cells. So, as you know, this aerobic respiration it occurs in four steps. The first one is what? The glycolysis, where the glucose is converted into pyruvate. Now, this second step is the link reaction, the oxidative decarboxylation. Pyruvic acid first is converted into acetyl. Now, this acetyl OA will enter into the third step of aerobic respiration, that is the Krebs cycle or TCA cycle, where it produces NADH2s, FADH2s, and ATP. Now, the fourth step, that is the electron transport system oxidative phosphorylation. Whatever NADH2s, FADH2s are produced, they are converted into ATPs. Ultimately, they are converted the energy in the form of ATPs along with release of rubber and carbon. Yes. So all these steps, there are series of steps on respiration. So except the first one, glycolysis, that occurs in cytoplasm, remaining three steps, that is the link reaction, Krebs transport system, they occur in the mitochondria cell organ. Yes. Okay. So respiration, I can say it is a series of reactions that is occurring in mitochondria cell organ. Another thing is that respiration converts oxygen and the sugars generated during the photosynthesis to what? To carbon dioxide, the energy. So whatever for food, that is the sugars, carbohydrates that are generated or produced during the photosynthesis process, in the presence of oxygen respiration process, they are converted into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. This is basic respiration steps that are in. So, yeah. So another aspect is that younger tissue has higher respiration rate than the older tissue. So in plant parts, if you see in the root, stem region, the leaf region, and so on, it is composed of tissues. Yes. So wherever the uh, younger parts are there, like the root, the young leaves, and so on, they are having what? The younger tissue. The tissue is tender one. Whereas the when compared to the older parts like the older roots and leaves, so it will be having older tissue. So obviously, when the younger region, plant parts like the root tip region, the shoot apex region, leaves, younger leaves. All these will be having soft tissues, that is the younger tissues, that is the meristematic tissues that you will be having, where the what is the role of this meristematic tissue? It will be continuously divided. Cell division it is occurring. So these tissues, these younger tissues, the rate of respiration is very less when compared to normal older tissues that are present in the older parts of the plant. And when you see seed first absorbs water, the respiration rate of the cell rises rapidly. This is in case of seeds, dry seeds. So if you take a dry peanut seed or Bengal brown seed, you just soak it in water. What happens immediately? It will absorbing water, and what will happen inside the cell? Yes, inside the seed. You see, after some time, the seeds will be swollen. So what has happened here is the respiration process has started. Why? Because the seeds, the dry seeds, they absorb the water, and the whatever the enzymes are that are present inside the seed, those are mobilized. Yes, they become active, and the respiration rate starts. Respiration process starts completely, and that is how the germination process of the seed will be. Yes. So, in addition to the type of plant, several environmental factors affect a plant's cells with respiration. So, in plants, not only there are internal factors, but there are also which regulates or which affects the respiration process in the cell. Now we will be seeing. So, as we discussed earlier, there are some 7 to 8 factors that are involved. That the first one is the oxygen content in the atmosphere. So, how much oxygen is present in the atmosphere? So, normally the percentage of oxygen in the surrounding atmosphere of the plant that greatly influences the rate of respiration. So, whatever surrounding atmosphere the plant is there, the percentage of oxygen in that air definitely it affects the rate of respiration. How does it affect means? But how the reduction of oxygen content of the air, however, causes no significant lowering of respiratory rate until the percentage drops about 10%. Yes. So even though in the atmosphere oxygen level is a bit low, it will not have a significant effect on the impact on the rate of respiration. But when the rate of respiration is going below 10%, which is around 10%, well, this will be having some significant effect on the rate of respiration, lowers the rate of respiration. And further, at the 10, at 5% oxygen, definite retardation of respiration processes. When it reaches below 5%, then completely the respiration process will be retarded or stopped. Yes. So more the number of oxygen, sufficient oxygen is there, then the respiration rate increases or it also occurs at a normal pace. It is the oxidation process of the human. Then the second one that is there is the effect of temperature. So how does temperature affect the rate of respiration? Like most of the chemical reactions, the rate of respiration is greatly influenced by temperature. So in any chemical reaction, it's not that during the enzyme chapter also, that in any chemical reaction, if you see, if the rate of respiration, so the temperature, if it is increased, then the rate of chemical reaction will be increased. Same is case here also when the different plants of the plant parts show considerable variation in the regard. regard to the optimum temperature for respiration. So here, for every plant species, it will be having some optimum temperature, yes, for respiration. So two of them. So the increase here, the increase in the temperature enhances the rate of cellular respiration. As the temperature increases, the rate of respiration will also increase. It is due to the heat speeds up the reaction. Kinetic energy is higher. So as you when the temperature rises, what happens here is the heat is produced. So, molecules they start the, the mobility of the molecules will be increased because of this rise in temperature and heat production. So the what happens generally is the kinetic energy has increased. Therefore, the rate of respiration will also increase. So seconds increase. So here at temperature higher than the optimum temperature for respiration, rate of respiration falls due to the interconversions of the respirable material. So as you know, we saw a series of reactions that are occurring in aerobic respiration. Yes, maybe glycolysis reaction, maybe Krebs cycle, maybe. So what happens here is there are so many intermediate products that are developed. Okay, so when the optimum range of temperature is not there, where temperatures are higher than the optimum range, optimum temperature required. So what happens here? There is interconversion to expandable material. Products that are in products that will be affected. Thereby, it will affect the rate of respiration. So here, at very high temperatures, the rate of respiration falls significantly, and may even come to still because of the protoplasmic release. So what happens here is whenever the temperature goes beyond optimum temperature, it is going on increasing. The first thing is the protoplasm will be affected. Whatever protoplasm inside the cell that will be affected, leading to protoplasmic injuries, cell organs will be damaged, mitochondria will be damaged. So thereby the rate of respiration will drop down very, very drastically or it may come down to standstill. It will be not very. So when temperature decreases, in order to conserve energy, cellular processes slow. Yes. So when the opposite case occurs, when the temperatures are low, yes, very, very low, below the optimum temperature range, what happens here is all these cellular processes that are occurring will drop down. So leading to a standstill, sort of thing. So, so what happens here? This can be applied in case of refrigerator. As I said here that during the refrigerator, what happens? We are storing the milk, the vegetables, the fruits, and so on. So just to see that it does not get spoiled. Yes. So what happens in the refrigerator where the temperatures are very, very low? Yes. So the enzymes they become inactive. When the enzymes are inactive, there won't be any respiration process. So that is where the processes are inside these plant with the cells, stable or two cells, they remain fresh for longer duration. Yes, that is the whole way of low temperature and respiration part regard to less temperatures. So in this graph, you can see here the x-axis is temperature, and on the y-axis is rate of respiration. So as we are in rate of temperature, the rate of respiration also increases. So two. to a certain place. So we also you can take this as optimum temperature so that the rate of respiration will be maximum. But what happens if you go beyond this point? What happens is instead of increasing the rate of respiration, the respiration yes. So their respiration process will occur smoothly, optimum temperature will be. So if temperature falls down or if temperatures rise, both ways the rate of temperature, rate of respiration is gone down, goes down. That is with regard to temperature. Effect of light. So how does light affect? So light has an indirect effect on the rate of respiration. Say so it does not affect directly, but it has an indirect effect. So how does that effect means? Increase in the light intensity, the temperature of the surrounding atmosphere also increases, thus affecting the rate of respiration. What happens here? When the light intensity is more, yes, so obviously more the temperature will increase. The light intensity, sunlight is having more, plant is exposed to more light or intensity. The temperature surrounding that plant will increase. Therefore, it will increase the rate of respiration. So, secondly, the quantity of respirable material in the plant largely depends on the rate of photosynthesis, which is directly. So, here in this point, you see that light is directly controlling the respiration. Light, if light intensity is good amount of light is there, plant is exposed to good sunlight, then the photosynthesis process will also occur smoothly. Well, it will occur at a very high pace. If photosynthesis is occurring at a high pace, more amount of glucose is produced, more amount of food is produced. So obviously that food material will undergo respiration, oxidation process will occur, and that is how the respiration also improves. So light directly is affecting the rate of respiration. If there is low light, suppose, then obviously photosynthesis also will drop down. Photosynthesis will not occur at that phase. When low light is there, rate of photosynthesis will decrease, and obviously the less glucose is produced and less rate of respiration will also. Thirdly, the stomata remain open during daylight. Rapid exchange of gases takes place through them. So third point is that when the stomata, as you know, during daytime, yes, when the light is good, the stomata open and that is when the exchange of gases occurs. So when there is low light, then obviously the stomata will close or it may partially open, exchange of gases will be dropped down. So respiration will be affected. So this is in case of now the fourth factor is the effect of so even rate of respiration. So here, over a certain range, water content of the plant tissue greatly influences rate of respiration. So whatever how much percentage of water is present inside the plants also holds the respiration rate. Most of the storage seals the moisture is kept below the yes, which allows a rapid respiration. So this is the main reason for the seeds that are stored in the dry conditions. Yes, we see that very less amount of moisture exposure in these seeds is done. So why to? Because to avoid the respiration, rapid respiration. As you know, whenever the seeds are exposed to water, soon so with here it is there. So with the increase the moisture content, the rate of respiration is likely to go up. rapid loss of viability will occur. So as soon as you supply water, moisture is exposed to the dry seeds, the enzymes that are present inside the respiratory enzymes will be mobilized, they become active, and the respiration process starts immediately and thereby losing its vigor, yes, losing its viability. So the seeds are damaged. So, and at the same time, the temperature will also rise in the green leaves. Ever store grains that are stored, when you expose them to moisture or water is exposed, then immediately the enzymes will be triggered and the respiration process starts at a very rapid pace. The temperature will be raised. The seeds will be so this is this graph you can see here. The x-axis is the percentage of moisture. So as the rate of moisture percentage, the respiration. So, yes. So whenever you want to store seeds, see that the moisture content is very so that no respiration. So you expose the seeds to moisture or water supply them, then the respiration. The fifth factor that is there is the respiratory effect of respirable. So here, the amount and kind of respirable material present in the cell greatly affects the rate and course of respiration. So whatever material that is the food material is present inside the cell, the respiration process occurs. It depends on the type of that. It could be a carbohydrate, it could be a protein, it could be a fatty acid, anything. So it has been shown that plants respire rapidly and exposed to conditions favorable for photosynthesis. So whenever plants are having favorable conditions for performing the photosynthesis, then what happens is even the respiration so is goes it also occurs at a rapid pace. So during the very rich carbohydrates are so whatever carbohydrates are produced in favorable conditions, photosynthesis process, that will also lead to the higher rate of respiration. So increase in the respiration observed to be associated with increase in soluble sugars. More number of photosynthesis is happening, more amount of carbohydrate sugars are produced, more the increase in the respiration. Then the sixth one is the effect of carbon dioxide concentration. So here the rate of respiration not affected by increasing carbon dioxide concentration in the surrounding atmosphere. So it is similar to oxygen concentration is not. That up to some point, even though if it is increase, there is increase or decrease in the carbon dioxide concentration, it will not affect the rate of respiration. But when the carbon dioxide is waste products, the respiration that also affects the respiration. But what happens? Carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere goes up. So as in respiration, carbon dioxide is a byproduct. Yes, it is released. It is a waste product. So whenever the surrounding atmosphere is having more number of concentration, then it will have some effect on the rate of respiration. The respiration may go down. The higher the concentration, the rate of respiration. So whenever the surrounding atmosphere is more number of concentration of this carbon dioxide, the respiration leads to lowering of rate of respiration. Then the seventh factor is the protoplasmic conditions. So as undergo tissues which are having greater amount of protoplasm as compared to older tissues who have rate of respiration. So here we discussed that younger tissues that are present, obviously those cells will be more protoplasm. So more the amount of protoplasm, more the rate of respiration will happen. So their higher rate of respiration support the activities of the cell by supplying large amount of energy. So whenever these third cells tissues, the rate of photocell respiration is occurring at a very rapid pace, it supports the systematic activity that is the cell division process. So more the amount of energy ATP is used or produced respiration, more the cellular activities appear systematic that is the cell division process utilizing this energy. Yes. So the degree of hydration of protoplasm cells affect the weight. Yes. So whenever the water content of protoplasm you see that will have an effect on the rate of respiration. And any mechanical injury caused to the tissue may accelerate the rate of respiration. So the water content of the protoplasm also controls it, affects the rate of respiration as well as mechanical injury caused to the plant organs and tissues that are present in them. The respiration will accelerate. It will go up. It goes from that is how the protoplasm conditions also affect the rate of respiration. Now the other factors. So what are these other factors? These other factors include some chemicals such as cyanides, such as fluorides. They have been reported to possess respiration retarding properties to the effect of respiratory enzymes. So whenever cyanides or fluorides like chemicals are exposed to the plants, what they do, they affect the respiratory enzymes. They block, they inactivate the respiratory enzymes. That is how the respiration will stop. Whereas respiration rate is so likely accelerated by low concentration, killing carbon dioxide. So there are the chemicals which are at low concentrations when exposed to the plant, like the ethylene, carbon dioxide, they enhance the rate of respiration. Yes, they will increase the rate of respiration. So there are two categories. One group like cyanide fluorides, they reduce, they stop the rate of respiration. At the same time, there are chemicals like ethylene, carbon monoxide, where it increase the rate of respiration, but at low concentration. Yes, low. So the chlorides of various sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium have announced the effect of rate of respiration. So there are all these chlorides and so there they will increase the rate of respiration. So there is ionic chlorides, the potassium chloride, sodium increase the rate of respiration. While the divalent chlorides such as the magnesium chloride, like the magnesium chloride, calcium chloride greatly decrease the rate of respiration. So this was used by Stewart Weston to replace respiration photosynthesis. So if you look here, there are two categories: internal factors, external factors. Internal factors, there are two. It's the amount of protoplasm, its state of activity, and the rate of. So one is the protoplasmic factor. Well, the protoplasm that is present inside the cell, it also affects the rate of respiration, concentration. Respiratory substrate is proportional to rate of respiration. So whatever the amount of respiratory substrate that is present, figures to so the its concentration affects the rate of respiration. These two are the internal factors which affect the rate of respiration, whereas the other factors like the eating of stimulates the rate of respiration. Another one is that some chemical substances, so as inhibitors, example cyanides, they retard the rate of some cyanides and fluorides. Another thing is the rate of respiration decreases with increasing amount of water. So proper hydration is essential for respiration. Second. So another thing is that light. So light is an indirect factor that affects the rate of respiration. Just now we saw. More the amount of light, more photosynthesis, more respiration. Yes. And another thing is that optimum temperature for respiration is 30 degrees. So at lower temperatures and higher temperatures, rate of respiration decreases. Then when sufficient amount of oxygen is available, rate of respiration will be up and with respiration is stop. This is called the extinction. So even the oxygen content concentration plays a major role. So if it is below 10%, below 5%, it will drop down the rate of respiration in case of aerobic respiration. Yes. In anaerobic respiration, there is no flow of oxygen. Whenever the oxygen is there, then the respiration will not happen. Yes, it is completely stopped. And the higher CO2 concentration reduces the rate of respiration. So more CO2 concentration in the atmosphere will reduce the rate of respiration. The plant or tissue transferred from liquid to solid solution will increase the rate of respiration. This is called salt respiration. So if at all you expose the plant to salt solutions, salt water solutions, then it will increase the rate of respiration. Salinity increases the rate of respiration. Yes. So these are the factors that are responsible for respiration. So with this, we are at the end of this chapter. So exam point, I'll stop here. So exam point of view, we will be having definitely say questions. This chapter also like the glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, then the electron transport system. So there are short answers like the link reaction, the oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvic acid, and another thing is the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. They may ask anaerobic respiration, they may ask fermentation, yes, both lactic acid and alcohol fermentation. Right, then they may ask factors affecting respiration also. Yes, so these two chapters, the earlier one that is the photosynthesis, you have so many cycles. C3 cycle is there, C4 cycle, then the CAM cycle, and the uh, photorespiration. Here in respiration, you are having glycolysis, Krebs. So, so all this, if you are, uh, if you want to write Once you are very well with the cycles, then you'll be able to write the exam. Yes. So we try to practice all those cycles along with the enzymes. Then just you will be having to writing the steps that are involved in these cycles. Yes. So with this we end this chapter. For today I end here. So all of you just switch on your video so that I can take a screenshot. So anybody, if they are having any doubt, you know. Meantime, all of you switch on your videos on channel so that I can take a screenshot. Tarak Vishnu, Sashikiran, Mary, Bharati. Yes, on your video so that I can take a screenshot. What about Mary and Vishnu? Yes, anybody wants to ask anything? You can ask. So, study well, don't waste time. Join your videos. Stay safe at home. Okay? Don't come out of your houses unnecessarily. Follow all the COVID-19 rules. Educate people around your house also. And don't forget to attend the Gram Sachivalaya, Ward Sachivalaya with regard to biometric updation for your second installment of Jagannatha Vyadiva. Yes?
సార్
Yes, చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఇప్పుడే అటెండ్ అయ్యాను సార్. తంబు కూడా వేసాం సచివాలయంలో.
Yes, yes, okay.
కానీ నేను ఫీజు కట్టాను 3050, కానీ అప్లై అవ్వలేదంట సార్.
తారక్ నీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతా ఉంది. ఒకసారి చెప్పు. తారక్
3150 పే చేయమన్నారు కదా సార్ ఆన్లైన్లో.
అవును.
అది పే చేశాను నేను 1 మంత్ బ్యాకే పే చేశాను.
ఓకే.
కానీ కాలేజ్లో నేను పే చేసినట్టు అప్డేట్ చేయలేదంట సార్.
కాలేజ్లో చేయలేదా? అయితే ఒక్కసారి మస్తాన్ సార్కి నువ్వు ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయి. ఎందుకంటే ఎగ్జామినేషన్ సెక్షన్ మొత్తం వాళ్ళే చెక్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి మస్తాన్ సార్తో ఒక్కసారి మాట్లాడితే ఇట్లా ఓకే
సరే సార్.
అది ఈవెన్ అదర్స్ ఆల్సో.
ఓకే 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 సార్.
రైట్. సో
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
అదర్స్ ఆల్సో మీరు ఒకసారి బిఫోర్ 8th ఈజ్ ద లాస్ట్ డేట్. సో 8th లోపల మీరు ట్రై టు అటెండ్ యువర్ అండ్ అలాంగ్ విత్ యువర్ మదర్ go and attend the Gram Sachivalayam or Ward Sachivalayam. You compulsorily you have to update your biometrics. Yes, if like Tarak had a problem with this fees updation,